Hey friend, Roger Christofferson here again with another first listener review, and I'm about to babble about some Bonamassa. Yes, I'm talking about Joe Bonamassa. He's got a brand new studio album, comes out tomorrow actually. It is called Breakthrough, and I have enjoyed this guy's music for many years. I didn't get his first album. I actually found him kind of by accident. It was a long time ago. I was working in the store, and they had a little display of little CDs and just a bunch of random stuff. And I just saw the cover of one of them. I can't remember what album it was, and grabbed it. And it was like $3 or $4 on one of these cutout type promo things. I don't even remember exactly. I just remember I thought the album looked really cool, and I grabbed it, took it home, and it was some of the most amazing blues guitar playing I had ever heard. I was a huge Stevie Ray Vaughan fan at this point, and really into that style of blues playing, and it's kind of the style that I loved. And when I heard he was doing the Black Country Communion with Glenn Hughes, and who happens to be one of my favorite singers of all time, I was really happy to hear about that, and I love that type of stuff. So I saw this album was coming out, and I was really eager to get it. And I have to admit, I actually got some of the preview stuff, so I've heard several of these songs already, but it did not discourage me from listening or take away from the listening experience of this album at all. It kicks in with the title track, and he wastes no time getting to some cool little tasty leads, less than a minute in. There's a little space there for him to throw some tasty little licks in, and that's what he does, and it just does not disappoint from this point on. I mean, I guess I'm letting the cat out of the bag right from the start. This album was everything I hoped it would be, and it starts with the title track, and he just gets to the soul in this one, and it's got a little bit of wah going on in that. It's pretty much your classic Joe Bonamassa track. Nothing out of the ordinary here, but it's a good way to start the whole album off. And then the songs I actually had already heard a few different times, called Trigger Finger, and it's got this cool little guitar riff that kind of makes this song work. I guess is how we'd say it. It's just it's got that cool little riff that just holds the whole song together. Kind of gave me that a Wall of Denial feel, Stevie Ray Vaughan type stuff going on there. Got some really cool background vocals going on in this one. Gives it that really big chorus feel. And there's a little key change in the middle there that kind of catches you off guard, but nice little awesome solo in that one as well. Then we switch to a little bit of a shuffle type thing going on, and I'll take the blame. Get that old Texas blues kind of thing going on there. And that one was pretty standard as well, but it's still cool. I had nothing to complain about at all. But one of my favorite ones on the whole album is the next one, called Drive By the Exit Sign, which I think was it was the first single or promo thing they released, if I remember correctly. So I've heard this one a few times. I actually listened to this one quite a few times. It's definitely got the blues rock with a little touch of country in it, little funky things going on, but also has the awesome background vocals in it, the female background vocals going on, that just kind of takes it to the next level. So definitely one of the highlights of the album right there. But also, right after that is one of the most amazing ballads I think I've ever heard Joe sing. And one thing that doesn't really get enough attention, I don't think, is his singing. What is it about these guys that play amazing guitar, but they can also sing amazingly well too? So anyway, the song's called Broken Record. It's like I just said, it's just an amazing, cool. He's got the airy vocal thing going on. It's got a little bit of electric organ going on in the background, and the dynamics are all over the place in this one. I loved it. Probably one of my favorite slow blues songs they've ever done. There's a lot of amazing stuff here. I was going to say cool. So if you're doing the drinking game, like I already said, just make sure you take a shot right there. But anyway, yeah, that one was really good. And then it switches a little bit into a weird song. It almost has a country pop type feel to it, but because it's Joe and he plays it with such conviction in his guitar playing and his singing, he just makes this his own, and it just has like a different feel to it than anything I can even put my finger on in his catalog. And how many albums is this? Like 17? I think this is the 17th album. I don't know if I even said that or not earlier, but it's got a lot of albums. He's done a lot of stuff, but so it's always cool to hear. I said it again, to hear him try something new, even if it's, you know, you wouldn't think it'd be something he would do. He just adds his touch to it and makes it his, and that's what he did with that one. And then we go into a song called "Still Walking with Me," which is very upbeat. The title kind of threw me off because I didn't think it was going to be as upbeat as this one. But like the style of this one, if you remember the scene in Crossroads where they walk into the bar and he's about to do the duel with the devil and they're playing that music there, kind of gave me that type of upbeat feel going on in this song. So that was cool. And then it goes into another ballad, which is even more like, it's called Life After Dark, but it's even more dark and emotion filled, even haunting type vocals going on in this one. And the guitar solo in this one, it starts with almost interesting bends I think I've ever heard him do. It just, like, it caught me off guard, and it just starts in, and you hear it and you're like, what the heck was that? And then you realize, like, you know, how amazing of a guitar player he really is again. So I know I'm like really praising him, but like there's nothing to complain about on this album. And then it goes into one of the most upbeat rock songs I've ever heard him do solo anyway, called "You Don't Own Me." Just really fast-paced, rockin', gritty, fun song. I mean, I don't more I could say about that one. It's just upbeat and rock, but still, you know, with him playing blues guitar over the top of it. And then it ends with another shuffle called "Pains on Me." Lyrically, very cool. It's got that little play on words thing going on in there. Kind of, they do that in a lot of pop music, country music. Yeah, but he did it tastefully in this one, and I'll have to let you hear that one, but you know what I'm talking about. But I really enjoyed it. Starts with a like classic Joe, you know, blues song. A whole bunch of cool, interesting stuff in the middle. You know, tried a few different things that really worked, and then it ends with a shuffle, which I've, you know, one of his features in his catalogs is he has a lot of shuffles, and I always enjoy them very much. So this one's a 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, I don't do that very often, but I love it when I get an album and I'm expecting it to be good, and I'm hoping it's going to be good, and then it even is better than what I thought. That's kind of what happened with this one. Nothing to complain about. This one's going to spend some time in my CD player. There's no such thing as a bad Joe Bonamassa album. There really isn't. I've heard him do, like, even some of that stuff he did. I can't think of the girl's name, but he did that side project, and I can't think what it's called now, but something Funk Party. I know somebody can comment down below if they know what I'm talking about. Even that stuff's awesome. I just like that. I like the rock stuff he's done with Black Country Communion, if I could talk, and just the different vocal styles. Him, you know, with Glenn Hughes, and of course, you know, I didn't mention Jason Bonham and was it Derek Sherinian on keyboards in that one. They just did an album, I think it was last year too. Although, if I remember correctly, I think Glenn Hughes sang everything on that one. I don't remember Joe singing anything on that one. Anyway, that's why I'm so excited for this one. But anyway, I'm just really babbling now. So, as always, I welcome any comments. If you have anything you want to add to this, anything you think I left out, or any other features of his that you think maybe, you know, he's got 17 albums, so there may be something I mentioned that's the first time I've heard him trying. If you think there's something else in there, throw that at me, and I'll take a listen to it, some of his earlier stuff again. But like I said, it's never a letdown listening to Joe. So anyway, until he's got another one, you know, like, share, and subscribe. Keep this music alive, because I'm sure he's going to be doing it more and more. He's still got a lot of life left in him, and I just can't ever wait until his next release. So I was real excited about this. I'm really happy with this one, and until the next one, we'll see you.